Hi, welcome to Lydden Hill. I'm doing this slightly different because normally I'm here just with my camera and I'm doing a vlog, but you're watching this on my Tudor Travels channel. And I thought I would do something different, and that is to do a video where I walk around the whole circuit, starting over there. This race just finished. And just get a few kind of video shots of each of the vantage points, namely the drift bend, the jump, Devil's Elbow, Hairy Hill, and I forget what the name of it is. I'm sure that the commentator will tell us in due course. And then I'm going to take a walk around the paddock. I think John Kent, you said in a previous video you'd have liked to have seen more footage in the paddock. So without camera, I'm not going to halt the video just to take different shots of the cars going around. This is exclusively a walk around the circuit, capture as much racing as possible, and then go into the paddock and cover every square inch of the paddock just so that we can see what's going on. Capture it with the camera. So let's get down to the track and follow some of the races. I think they're calling today's race something about legends. I'll put a screenshot on the screen of the poster for today. They normally race around 4 or 5 races on each circuit. And with all the different cars, I think I can stream it all together to make something cohesive. That little Mini, isn't that lovely? Metro there, because I've only got the DJI. I don't have the Sony Cybershot, so I can't zoom in, but I can do some cropping and zooming on the DJI footage, which I think will be fine. The race is finished. Let's watch them all come by. Check out the refreshments. Ice cream, British grill house, fresh donuts, and a bar. What more could you ask for? I thought that was a false start, but I think he just stalled. Yeah, I think he just had a false start. I thought it was a false start. He might have stalled, but the other 3 just raced through. lovely. Did the camera capture the flames coming out of the exhaust? That's quite exhilarating. One, two, three, four. Wrong place at the wrong time. The red flags come out, so they're all stopping, but I can't see from where I'm stood what the cause of it all is. They're all slowing down and stopping at the entrance. Gives me a moment to try and walk down to the Devil's Elbow, I think. Even if we don't get their second circuit coming round, then the next race we can just watch from the Devil's Elbow. The place certainly attracts a lot of people, doesn't it? See them all lined up at Hairy Hill, all with their cameras. I've got lens envy. It's funny that the tannoy isn't actually working today. I can hear it over in the distance, but none of these little megaphones are working on this side. All the campers, and I wonder if they're the teams and that's where they're staying, and then they leave their cars in the paddocks, which we'll have a look at in a short while. But I think it's starting again. He's giving lots of commentary, but it's all buzzy. Are you buzzing? No thanks, I've got the car. John Lennon, right? Well, one came out of the paddocks. I think one car's out of the race. There's one racing. Wow, they got some speed. Oh, whoa, whoa. That escort was taking no prisoners. That went flying over that hill. Whoa, look at that drift. The smell of motor exhaust, it's lovely. Right, let's see if the escort gives us another great jump. don't know if they started the race all again. They seem to be just doing lots and lots of runs, but I think the checker flag is up and the little Toyota is already coming through the chicanes there. Wonderful. Right, now we'll go up Hairy Hill and go and stand at the top. Trying to cover all bases, right? There's another car joined on the grid. It's the Ford Sierra. So I'm almost at the top of the hill here. And the marshals. Come on, let's go and stand up there where the L is. We'll get the shot as they come up, go around the bend. They have to wait for the RS200 to clear the pitch, look. Or the track. Gives me enough time to get up there. Oh, out of breath. And they've started. Let's get a bit of footage of them coming up the hill. Oh! Rolled it. I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. I should have been at Hairy Hill. Oh well, at least I could zoom in a bit on this camera. That was chaos, that. Completely rolled it. Let's watch that again in slow-mo with a bit of cropping. Oh! Rolled it. I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. I don't know what they'll do now, whether they'll halt the race to recover the vehicle. But the driver's got out and he's waving. They've stopped all the other cars at the other end of the circuit. Well, the driver was okay. They got an ambulance, a fire engine, a JCB to pick the car up, and 2 low loaders. So the marshals are pulling the tyres for the barrier. The forklift is heading for the car. I kind of want to wait here just in case they come out again so I can get some footage, but I'm thinking maybe if I stand over there where the trees and the control booth is, I might get some great footage along that kind of stretch there. Cars driving in. Mini, and as much as I like all the cars, I'm just drawn to the Mini. See if I can capture it coming around. Here it comes. Headlights blazing. No particular race in any particular order. I just thought capture some trackside events. But let's go and have a look at the paddock, because I think all of these cars we'll see in there anyway. Some being maintained. Might even see the crashed Vauxhall Nova that toppled over. Let's head there now. I think it's worth just strolling around through all of the, what would you call it, the avenues of cars. But in the meantime, there's a whole batch of classic cars here. Oh, little Datsun over there. I think I'm allowed to walk in there. Maybe we'll just do this row. Name the car. I love the Datsun Bluebird. Is it the 120? My dad had one of them when we lived in Indonesia. 1500. That was it. I could reel off these cars, but I'm just going to leave you to enjoy. Look at that old Audi. Audi 1000. Maybe 1000 litres was a lot in those days. Souped up Nova. It's interesting to see that some of these look like, you know, just everyday runners. And then we got more on this side, so let's just have a quick look before we go into the paddocks. Dodge Charger up there, and an RS200. Look at this little Peugeot. Oh, I had one of these in black with a cabriolet version. Let's have a look at this Capri. Look at that, it's a pristine 280. Still looking good. And a Vanden Pla Mini Metro with pepper pot wheels. You don't see them on the road, do you? I've done it, Nuremberg. It's funny, but these are the cars that I dreamt of when I was a teenager, growing up in the late 70s and early 80s, learning to drive and wishing you had a car. And it was all Fords, wasn't it? Fords or Vauxhalls. Subaru. Couple of Renault down there. Ford Anglia. Should we see the size of the engine in this? Just looks bog standard, doesn't it? I think that's probably souped up. And the Escort. I think my little Citroen DS3 is bigger than these cars. A brace of Minis, Mini Coopers. That's the classic cars. They're looking lovely and well looked after. Let's do a walk around the paddock without any, what do I want to say? You know, preconceived ideas of what I'm going to look at. And we'll just walk around and I'll let you see everything. So I think what I'll do, we'll start down here, we'll walk up this way and come down the next way and then up the final way. I think there's only 3 ways to go. Tip-top condition, getting them all tuned. There's the Nova that crashed. They're already stripping it back, trying to get it ready for the next race.
Who drives the Alpha? Sorry? Who drives the Alpha?
This is all the French teams.
That's it, keep up with Ray. Race what? Quick!
Renault Alpine. Doesn't look like there's much on the right at the moment, so we'll go up the left and I'll crisscross on this side, I think. You can smell all the motor oil. Check out the engine there. What is that? A Lamborghini? Turn a Lamborghini into a racing car. Oh look, Escort Mark II and an Escort Mark I. Doesn't that look glorious? Another Escort Mark I and II. I've seen some of these cars racing on the circuits before. Oh, watch out. Something behind us. The RS200. Metro, a Chevette, Opel Ascona maybe, 205, and the Toyota that I think won the other race. Toyota Corolla, it says, GTI. It was an Opel Cadet. Escort Mark III. I should be reading these signs because each one of them has got a sign at the top telling us what the vehicle is. Not that we don't know. Swift Mini. There's a sign on here, look. Honda Civic. See, I know now. So what I need to do actually is go down that next side. It's really interesting just seeing all the people doing their maintenance, and I guess when they're tearing around the track they're kind of getting damage to their vehicles. Every jump they do, every kind of knock that they have with one another, potentially doing some misalignment. But I had to have a look at this. Look, a transit team bus or van. That's wonderful. What a lovely thing. Let's go through here. It's for this, for that team. I really love that van. I'd love that as a motorhome to go photographying. Love it. RS1600. What is that? Is that a Lada? Racing Lada team. Actually doesn't have a sign at the top to tell us. This is the Mitsubishi Lancer. We've got a Porsche 911 GT3, Talbot Sunbeam, Escort RS1600. Ooh, look at that Saab, that's beautiful. Because I grew up in Sweden, these were all the rage, you know, the 99 turbos, usually in red or green, not in racing colours, obviously. The stuff teenage boys of my era dreamed of, and they were all over the place when I lived in Sweden. You know, everybody had a Saab. I need to go back so that we can come down that side. Skoda Favorite. Talbot Sunbeam. Yeah, Group 5 Mini it says. 1275 GT. See how tiny it is? So narrow. Puma 1400. A Ginetta. I don't even know what that is. Is that a kit car? Nissan 240. Opel Manta. And a Toyota Celica. No sign, but I know that because I owned a Cabriolet. Did I mention that? Oh, we got a couple here, a couple of Subarus, and a Chevette with a sign on the front. Let's see what the sign is saying. Jimmy McRae. Wow. Jimmy said it was like wearing a glove when he drove it again. With an old Bedford team bus. Loving it. Look at that. Hang on. Watch out, we've got a Peugeot coming through. Escort Mark II, TR7 and a Lancia Stratos, a Golf GCI, another Escort, another Manta, loving the Mini, Rally 2-wheel drive it says. Couple of Renault 5s, no, a Renault 5 and a 205 Peugeot. I'm loving the Opel Manta. No, sorry, it's the Ascona, isn't it? These were family cars de rigueur when I lived in Scandinavia. You can even get yourself some refreshments, but I don't think I'll do that. But for me, that winds it up. Little trackside footage, stroll around the paddocks, which I actually really enjoyed. I hope you did too. Just seeing all the old cars, all souped up, but these are cars that I grew up with, seeing them on the street wherever I lived, whether it was in Europe or Scotland or even Kent when I was in my early 20s. So as I wind down, we see the cars coming in off the track. Noisy brakes. So something a little different for Tudor travels. You know, obviously I like my history and I like my seaside towns and village walks. But actually, I'd promised myself that I would do this without coming around with my camera. So actually that takes away the stress of trying to do a vlog that's based on photography. And all I have to do is watch the cars. Can you see them in the background? Racing round. They're still racing round. They could be here all day long. I'm not going to be. I'm going to wind it up. Thanks for watching. Hit the like if you enjoyed that, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.